What's cracking, people? Angelic Mayhem here. I wanted to put together a video, alright, to talk about a brand new game that just came out called Citadels. Now, this game, we're going to call this video a first impressions, okay, because this is not a review. And let me explain to you why it's not a review, because the reason why I'm making this video is to let you know that at launch, and today is July the 30th, so this game has only been out for like 2 or 3 days. At launch, this game is unplayable, alright? I have been trying to get this thing to work properly for days now. And without question, the number one problem with this game is that you can only play for about an hour before it crashes. At least that has been my experience with the game. And I have yet to see any sort of patches that have come out. No changes have been made to this game yet. And so I wanted to let you all know about that because, you know, whenever you see a game on Steam, there's a lot of you who may not be interested in waiting for reviews. You may think, oh, it's a brand new game and I gotta have it, I gotta see it. And in this case, it's very important to wait for the reviews, all right? Because this game is just a buggy mess. I have put together a little city here. I have no idea how long this city will last before the game crashes, so I will try to get through this as fast as possible. The basic theory of the game is that you start with this one village. With this one building, all right, which is your village hall. And there is a very, very loose affiliation with Arthurian legend. And by loose, I mean that basically there were 3 panels at the beginning of, you know, whenever you click on new game, you get 3 panels that just kind of say, oh, and King Arthur and Mordred both died, and, you know, now it's you and this other guy are vying for control. Which other guy? Somewhere out here, there is another castle that is being built. And you are going up against that guy on what is the same battlefield over and over again. Every time that you click on start, you're playing on this exact field from this exact spot with this exact same starting location. And your job is to attempt to blast across here and then attack. Now, the AI is very predictable. These archers are here because I know that he's going to send soldiers here, and I know that he's going to send soldiers here. I have built 2 towers here, and on top of the towers I have ballistas, and their job is just to take them out as they come across, and then anybody who miraculously makes it this far gets offed by my hidden archers. They're hidden because they're behind this mountain. So that's it. That's the whole game. Now, you can send archers out in order to destroy their buildings. Obviously, they can do the same to you. You have huts that are responsible for resources. This is a hut that is in charge of trees. So you cut down these trees. Literally, they disappear as you're going along. Your wood caps at 9999. I would assume that's true of all of these, which is just total 8-bit madness, right? But they'll continue to go and suck up lumber, right? So where are all those trees going? They're just going to waste. You'd have to shut down each one of these every time you wanted to, you know, stop that from happening. This is a gate that I have sent numerous people here to try and build this gate, and it's just not going to happen. It's stuck where it is, and you know, it's just, I don't think it's ever going to happen. I put a tower here, and I put a tower here, and theoretically what you should then be able to do, and let me see if it's convenient, he's right there. If you go over here to build, you can build a wall, and you are supposed to, theoretically, start at a tower, right, and then stretch your wall to your other tower to indicate that that's where you want it to go. Now, already we have a problem because there's a tree in the way, so I would actually have to build another tower here or dismantle this tree. Now, you can dismantle the trees, and it only takes a little bit of time, but that gives you an indication of the kind of problems that you're going to get when you're trying to place various things. Now, as you'll notice, now it's green. And now it was red a couple seconds ago, but now it's green. Why? Because I went like this, and, well, now it's red, and now it's green. And if I click on this, it'll put it there. That's just crazy talk, all right? Some of the stuff that's in this game is just wackadoodle, and I have no idea how it is that they came up with this or what the deal is. I mean, this is literally a wall that goes halfway, right? And then if you attempt to try to connect it with the other wall, that doesn't work. So, you know, like from a design standpoint, from a coding standpoint, you know, this game is just broken. And I'm worried that some of you may see it up on Steam and think, oh, $39, you know, like, this must be a really good game. You know, who would charge $39 for something that was completely broken? Apparently these people would charge for something that was completely broken. I want to feel really good about this game because it's a casual building strategy game, and I really like the idea of creating a castle. But the fundamental problems that are wrong with this are that, first of all, you're playing on the same board. How much time are you going to spend playing the same castle over and over again? Like, how many different ways are you going to build it? You know, like, and especially since there are definite resources in very specific and particular areas that you have to handle in order to, like, build walls. Like, at one point, there were trees here, so I had to cut those trees down. So there are limitations to what you can and can't build. This game gives you no indication. Now, let me go into here. So here's a shed. It says 700 by 700. What does that mean? I have no idea what that means. It has come to my attention after playing for 30 minutes at a time that if you build a house and then somebody comes along and tries to destroy it, that this will go down. So this is your health of the house. But what does this symbolize? It's a shed. It doesn't say shed here. Oh, it says shed here. I'm sorry. And then, you know, like, it doesn't have, like, what is it? What does it do for you? What does it give you? You know, you build all these sheds, and it turns out that they actually make people, all right? But there's a limit to how many people that you can have. So you can keep building sheds, and none of them do anything for you because you've hit your people limit. But you didn't know that because the game didn't tell you. This game is absolutely riddled with stuff like that. Here are all the people who are basically just standing around doing nothing. And here's how you are supposed to control them. If you go into settings, I think it is, and then controls. These are all the controls for the whole game. All of your hotkeys. 5. You have 5 hotkeys. Each of these guys, like, they have a name, but none of them mean anything. And they also have, like, this guy has an attack, right? Because he's just a peasant, so it's just 10. But you can't do anything. You can't upgrade him or anything like that. You can turn him into an archer if you send him over here to the archery school, or to a foot soldier if you send him to the other one. But other than that, there's no upgrading, no nothing like that. Apparently these are the resources he consumes. I don't know. Now these guys are carrying lumber. So theoretically they came out of one of these lumber dens. I have no idea why they're here in this thing. Let me send them back from whence they came. Send him to this other one. Alright. Now, if I hit T, it will pick a random one of these guys, right? And it doesn't matter who, because, you know, they're just meaningless shadow people. And you can actually send him out to do things. Now, what can you send him to do? Alright, you can build fortifications, and that includes, like, let's say, a tower. So if I wanted to send him here to build a tower, then, you know, now he's on his way. If you just hit Alt, then all these green bars come up, which is incredible. You know, I mean, it's just, this game is crazy. It really is bonkers, and I have no idea, like, what they were thinking sending this thing out in this state, because it is completely and utterly broken. Now, again, this is the nature of things. Nowadays, a lot of companies will send stuff out that's partially broken, and then they'll fix it with patches. So who knows? Maybe these guys were running out of cash, and they said to themselves, well, we'll just release it, and, you know, maybe we can, I don't know, you know, patch it to death. I want to know if I can get one of these guys in one of these towers. So anyway, that is the status of this game at the moment. They might patch it later. I'm not going to do a full review of this game until I get some sort of answers from somebody, so that's just going to wait. But I wanted to make a video in the meantime just to warn you, just because this game is $39.99 does not mean that it's a $39.99 game. Thank you for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed this video. You know, consider yourself lucky we didn't have it crash. And if you enjoyed this video, please subscribe to my YouTube channel for more content like this in the future. I'm Angelic Mayhem, and I will see you next time.